Hey Ray, so today I am here to do a day in the life with you guys. It is 8:30. The older girls are sitting down eating their breakfast and Lexi just crawled up on my lap because she is waiting for her bottle. So I'm about to pump. So hopefully this will be like a shorter, more rounded out version of how things actually are because there's really nothing going on today. Just a normal average day. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna get started pumping. Put on Lexi's Olaf movie that she wants to watch, and I will report back in after I get done pumping. Alright, so it's a little after 9 o'clock now, and I just got finished pumping. I did make my usual 12 ounces, and I did give Lexi a bottle, so she's content and she's playing right now. And the older girls are over there at the table playing with Play-Doh. So at this point in the morning, I typically just hang out with Lexi for a little bit before we get started with school, so I can spend some time with her over here, and the older girls can just choose whatever they want to do, if they want to hang out with us or if they want to go play or whatever. So yeah, I'm just gonna go hang out with Lexi for a couple of hours before school gets started. You know, we'll play and I'll lay there while she climbs all over me and a whole bunch of other stuff. So technically I don't need to pump until 3 o'clock because I'm keeping with the whole every 6 hours, but I will say that typically I move that up a little bit because, I don't know, waiting until 3 o'clock or later to pump, it's just more hectic, a little bit more crazy. So I find that pumping between 2 and 3 is better for me. So it might be a little bit early when I come back and I pump for the second time, but I will check in before that when we start school and kind of update you guys on some of that stuff as well. But she's getting ready to climb all over me right now. Here she comes. So I am gonna get off here and I will report back as soon as we get ready for school. So Sophie wanted a snack. She got herself all of this, some olives, some bananas, and some cottage cheese. And I'm about to have my own food. Been loving these. So I'm gonna have this as like a breakfast-ish type of thing. And then Remy got herself a snack. She has these crackers and bananas and pickles. There you go. So now that I've eaten my yogurt, I'm gonna try and feed Lexi this. She will definitely eat the cracker. Hopefully she'll eat the banana. The banana is like the only thing I can get her to eat in the morning. So let's try this. You interested? Okay, so it is now 11:40 and we are about to get ready for school. I mean, we are getting ready to do school right now. We cleaned this side of the room together, got everything cleaned up, the table cleaned off, ready for school. The baby is laying down for a nap. Lexi is down to 1 nap a day, and it typically is at least a couple hours long. I mean, obviously we have off days, but hopefully today she's feeling a long nap again. And after we get done with independent work, before science, social studies, and health, we will be doing lunch. This is just kind of the new routine that's also been working out pretty well. Doing a couple hours of like playtime in the morning just allows everyone to like decompress and get some energy out. And by everybody I mean my kids, because I certainly don't wake up with energy, but that puts everybody in a better mood to do school, it feels like. And then we do break to do lunch in between, and then we finish up the school day, and typically by that time it's ready for me to pump and almost time for Dad to get home. So it just kind of works out perfectly, kind of makes the second half of our day go pretty fast. So yeah, I'm gonna get started. We have a kindergartner and a preschooler. Today we are gonna be working on these pamphlets that I have. It is November, and November is Native American Heritage Month. So each week we are going to learn about 2 different tribes of natives, and I got this off of Teachers Pay Teachers. I'll link it down below, but it's kind of convenient because it comes off with 2 of each on each page. So I was able to print everything out, and I have enough for both my girls. But yes, I will link that down below, and I'll also link Remy's new packet, because for preschool I did buy a new packet for her. She finished that first one that I bought for her, so I got her a new one. There is one new thing for Sophie. I got this Dimensions Math Test K. I had not heard anything about this when I looked into the Dimensions Math by Singapore Math, and everyone told me how, you know, KA, KB, like how those different systems work and stuff, but I never heard any mention about this book. I did see it when I placed our very first order for the KA stuff, but I didn't think it was necessary because I'd never heard about it. So when I was ordering our KB stuff, I wanted to get free shipping, and I was like, why not? I'll just get this and it could be extra practice. And I opened it up to find out that it is a test for each lesson. So it is very helpful. I really like this. I wish I would have known about it earlier. So if you are doing Singapore Math Dimensions, I would highly recommend getting the test book. And right now, that's what we're doing for math. We're just going through and catching up because we have literally all of the KA tests to do because she did finish that. We could be on KB right now, but I just want to finish up these little tests in here. So that is what we will be doing today as far as math goes. Reading is still the same, so is reading comprehension, and as far as her writing goes, she is doing different writing prompts, and I'm just having her do those herself, and also she has like a little personal word wall as well. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and get started on this stuff with them, and I will be back in a little bit. Alright, so we are done with independent work. The girls are coloring while I got them lunch. I got them their Chobani strawberry Greek yogurt. They wanted Christmas sprinkles, so I put those on top with some leftover Halloween candy and some pears. So that's both what they're having. And I want to have some cucumbers and dip because I don't eat until Lexi gets up with my lunch because I share it with her. Right now it's around 12:45, and as soon as they get done, we will go ahead and start science, social studies, and health. Okay, so it's now a little after 2. We got finished with school. They ate all of their lunch. Lexi did get up around 1:30, but I just put her on the other side of the room inside the baby gate, and she played just fine all by herself. She's still pretty content over there now that her sisters are over there as well. And I am very quickly going to make up some eggs, which is what I typically eat for lunch. I also have a burger from last night from dinner. Mark made burgers last night, so I do have that. So I'm just gonna cook up all of that and share that with Lexi. I typically don't even get hungry until around this time, so it just kind of works out because she's up after her nap and she might eat some off my plate and I'm able to have some. Typically I just eat the eggs and maybe something else like a piece of fruit or whatever, but since I have the burger, I'll make less eggs and just eat the burger, but I know the burger by itself wouldn't be enough. A lot of talking. The egg shouldn't take very long at all. I have that recipe over on my Instagram if you want that, and I just have to heat up the burger. So this should be done relatively quickly, and then I'll get to pumping. Alright, so I am not going to be sharing my burger because I actually put some hot sauce on it, but I made her some extra eggs. So it doesn't look appetizing, but I normally just eat eggs and the burger is left over, so I want to make sure that I eat that too. And after I finish this and feed her, I will go ahead and pump. So it's now almost 4 o'clock. I never did end up checking in for that pump session, but I did feed Lexi some eggs, I ate my food, and then I started pumping around 2:30. I was done within 15 minutes, and then Mark got home and we've all just kind of been in the living room relaxing together. He's now outside with the girls and they're playing out there, and I am going to go ahead and get some bottles done. I don't know if I'll do dishes right now or if I'll wait until a little bit, go out there, and then maybe come back in and do dishes while I'm also cooking dinner. Just have to see about that, but for right now I'm going to take advantage of a quiet house and get these bottles done so I don't have to do those later. So the bottles are soaking back there in the hot water for a minute, but if I have to be honest, one of the biggest reasons I'm even filming this day in the life is just because I feel so unmotivated lately, whether it's with cooking, cleaning, work, homeschool, any of that stuff. It's so redundant at this point that it's really hard to like find that inspiration or that excitement and stuff like that, just because we have been staying home as much as we can for the past 8 months, and I just feel like this winter is going to be worse, not better. It's difficult, you know, it's going to be difficult for a lot of different people for a lot of different reasons. And I just wanted to let you guys know that if you're feeling any fatigue from this kind of stuff, you're definitely not alone. I mentioned being unmotivated over on my Instagram a couple weeks ago now, and so many of you were saying the same things, that after this many months it's just really hard to get into the groove of things. Christmas does help, and so did Halloween, so did their birthdays. I feel like that gives me a little like pep every now and then when I need it. I find myself really missing like the little breaks in our day, you know, and with homeschool, I think I'm just coming to the realization that it's just not something that I love doing, and that's hard to swallow. I feel like I should love doing it. I feel guilty that I don't, but at the same time, it makes all the sense in the world. First of all, you don't have to want to homeschool your kids. You don't have to like doing it. You don't have to love doing it. It is something that we consider necessary as a family, so I'm doing my best to still be positive and still have the best year possible, but that's a very different emotion than excitement and enjoyment. A lot of you told me that you were feeling the same way. I even had a lot of teacher friends over on Instagram say that they feel the same way sometimes too, and I just feel like it's also made me miss what I had even more. You know, they say that you don't fully appreciate something until it's gone, and I can kind of attest to that because, you know, with the girls going to school every day, I did kind of take advantage of that break that I was getting. You know, they were at school and they were in a safe environment, and I got to be home, and, you know, even when we had Lexi, I was home with her, and it was just like, it was a break, and it was something that I apparently relied heavily on, and I didn't even realize it, and now that it's not here, I really miss it. And, you know, I wonder about all the what ifs, and, you know, I'm trying my best to focus on like here and now and making the best of things and not being too hard on myself. But, you know, I think as parents, it's just kind of like our second nature to wonder what we could be doing better, and, you know, second guessing stuff, which is just a really bad, it's a really hard, bad habit to quit. Maybe this is super uninteresting and not what you guys want to see at all, but it's just kind of all I had energy for right now. It has helped now that the election is over, because we also had that going on in the United States, but thankfully since that's done, it has felt like a little bit of a relief a bit. And with the election, not hearing that much about COVID during those days really gave me a perspective of what it used to be like before the pandemic too. And it's just kind of made me grateful for the things that I used to take for granted almost. So, you know, I hope soon that we can find a new normal, and hopefully soon I can get out of this funk of feeling unmotivated. That's why I come on here and I talk about my feelings. I'm not one to be like this with other people, because right now I'm talking to a camera. I don't really envision anybody else on the other end of this. I typically am just talking to the camera, and it feels like this is just a one-on-one kind of thing. But I also do know that you guys will watch this, and if sharing my emotions mean that you can feel less alone or less isolated, feel like you're not the only one going through it, then it's worth sharing to me. So this got really deep and intimate when I should be washing bottles, honestly. But I'm just taking advantage of this quiet house and my thoughts and being able to think without being interrupted with, can you open this? Can I have a snack? She's looking at me wrong, or the baby screaming at me. But yeah, I think it's about time to go do those bottles. Okay, so it's almost 5 now. I did end up going outside and relaxing with all of them while the girls played out in the yard. Mark, Lexi, and I sat up on our porch, so I didn't get the dishes done, but Mark said he will do those later, probably after I get dinner done. I am going to start dinner right now in the Instant Pot because it does take a while to cool off. So we're just gonna have, like, I used to call it sausage stew because I used to put sausage in it, but now I found that everybody eats it more and likes it more if I put ham in it. I personally don't like the ham, I like the sausage. But if I can get 4 out of the 5 family members to like it, I'm fine with eating whatever. So I'm gonna work on getting that in the Instant Pot. They are all out in the living room, relaxing, watching Moana, trying to stay happy until dinner time. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get that started. Okay, so it's now a little before 8 and I was gonna check in earlier, but things got a little crazy. So I did make dinner in the Instant Pot and that was ready around 6, and I showed you what the girls were eating, and also Mark and I's bowls, and Lexi just eats out of our bowls, so she eats the ham and the green beans, but she does not like the potatoes, so yeah. And then after that, I was gonna check in with you guys, but after dinner the girls came out and they had gotten into one of my eyeshadow palettes. I can't fix because some of them are gel based because they're like chunky glitters. So immediately upon finding that, we just threw them in the shower, gave everybody a bath, shower, whatever, and then everyone is in bed now. So I have about like a little less than an hour until I have to pump again, so I'll probably just hang out here with Mark. It just kind of depends every night what we do. Sometimes he does his exercise game on the Nintendo Switch, the Ring Fit I think is what it's called. You know, sometimes I work, sometimes I mess around on my iPad, like it just decompressing. That is what we're doing right now. So I'm not sure what I want to do, but yeah, I'll check in when I go to pump next. Okay, so it's 10:30 now and I completely forgot to pump on time. We came out here, we talked for a little bit, and then Mark fell asleep on me, so I started Christmas shopping on my phone, and I totally forgot that I needed to pump, and I just like completely. And then I got the notification that the outlet was having a hard time getting a reading, and I was like, what the heck? And I see her sitting up in bed because any chance she gets, when she's awake, I should say, when she's awake and has nothing else to do, she will take her sock off. So I was like, oh my gosh, I never pumped, I completely forgot. So I hurried up and I pumped one side. One thing that I'm really grateful for this time around is that I can empty one side really quickly. I mean, it doesn't take me long to pump in total either, but if she needs a bottle within like 5-10 minutes, I can have it for her, so it's really convenient. It definitely hasn't been like that with my other journeys, but I was able to pump really quickly, get her a bottle, and then I just finished pumping. So I was an hour late because that happened at 9:30, and that only took me about 20 minutes to pump or so, but Mark and I got into a conversation and stuff, and he just went to bed, so I'm a little late updating you guys, but I'm going to be up for a couple hours more. I'm working on the stocking stuffers for that video for you guys. We have all of their Christmas presents bought. I'm just waiting for something to come in the mail. We have like one last present that's taken its sweet time getting here. So once I have all the presents, I'll be able to do that video, but the stocking stuffers I am buying, I would say mostly or as much as I can from small shops, a lot of which are from Etsy, so I am just kind of at the mercy of their shipping and the USPS. But yeah, those videos will be coming shortly. within a couple of weeks, I would hope. Really hoping sooner, but I don't want to get your guys' hopes up and say that and then have to push it or something like that. But yeah, so the next couple of hours I will be up. I'm a night owl. I don't really get tired around this time. It won't be for a couple more hours when I actually do start to get tired, but I will check in again whenever I go to pump. I'm just gonna watch some TV, probably finish the Christmas shopping and stuff like that, and mess around with my iPad and decompress even more. So yeah, I will see you guys in a little bit. So it's now a little after 12. I'm going to go ahead and pump for the last time. I say today, but obviously it's technically the next day, and now I'm completely orange because I held my phone up. But yeah, I probably won't get a whole bunch, seeing as though it's only been about 3 hours, give or take, since I pumped last, but that's completely fine. She's been eating less in the middle of the night anyway, so it'll be alright. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'll check in with you guys whenever I get done. Okay, so it's now 12:30. I'm going to make this really quick because I saw her stirring in the monitor, so I think she's going to want this bottle that I just made pretty quickly. So I will put across the screen what I made throughout the day. I'll just kind of tally it up all right here, and yeah, I'm going to go to bed now, and my kids will wake me up in the morning, you know, not too long from now. But this is what a typical day looks like. This is like our typical normal day. This is what we're doing most days, and it's just filled with a lot of normal activities. We're not going anywhere. We're not doing anything amazing. We're trying to have the most fun while being home and still getting the stuff that we have to get done. Sometimes the kids get into things that they shouldn't. We are exhausted from getting all kids bathed up and showered and stuff like that, and it's just a lot. But I'm gonna go to bed because I'm actually tired now, and she's definitely gonna want that bottle. So I hope that you guys liked this kind of boring average day in life. This is just a look at what we do on a normal daily basis. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, leave them down in the comments below. I'll do my best to answer them. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, and as always, thanks for watching.